Welcome to this audio introduction for the Keele Drama Society's One Acts. One Acts is a collection of 6 short student-written plays. This show is produced and performed by the Keele Drama Society and is raising money for the Guide Dogs charity. It will also feature a short performance by the Dance Society during the second act. The audio described performance on Sunday the 9th of December will start at 2 p.m. and last for approximately 2.5 hours. This includes a 15-minute interval. We would like to ask anyone requesting the audio description to arrive at the show for 1:45 p.m. Tickets for the show will be available on the door of the show and are currently available on the Keele Students' Union website. This audio introduction will provide information on the venue and the 6 plays being performed. The show is being performed in the Westminster Theatre, located within the Chancellor's Building A at Keele University. For anyone needing information or help finding the venue, please feel free to get in contact with the Keele Drama Society through Facebook or email. The venue is a large lecture room with 3 rectangles of chairs pointed forward towards a wide elevated stage in front. The audience door is located just behind these chairs, leading into the aisle between the left and central blocks of chairs. Please be aware that the aisles do have small steps in them, and please feel free to ask at the ticket desk if you may require assistance getting to your chair. The audio description will either be delivered with headsets or a speaker system. This is due to a limited amount of headsets. So, should enough people request the audio description, it will be delivered out loud instead. In this case, the speakers will be located at the front, just before the stage. During the interval, there will be a bake sale and free drinks at the back of the theatre. The show will begin with an introduction from our host, Laura Jenkins. This will be followed by the first play, Hotel Havoc. Hotel Havoc takes place in the dysfunctional hotel owned by the married couple Ivan and Rosemary. It is written by Aidan Kelly and directed by Aidan Kelly and Beth Brooks. A reception desk is located to the right of the stage and is on a diagonal to the audience. It is light brown and wooden. Sitting on the desk is a small bell. A tall pot plant lies at the side of the desk. Later on, a small round table is brought on with 2 chairs near it, opposing each other. During the play, we see a small garden gnome used. This gnome appears to be made of wood that is well worn. The hat is red with a blue top, green trousers, and big black shoes. The gnome appears to be blushing and holding his hands over his bearded face. Ivan is a middle-aged man in his late 40s. He is quite skinny and energetic despite his age. He wears a formal suit and tie that have a light blue colour. Ivan is played by Lewis Turner. Rosemary is the wife of Ivan and is also in her late 40s. She is played by a man in drag. Her hair appears a rose colour, halfway between blonde and pink. She wears a blouse covered by a plaid green blazer, with her skirt a matching shade of green. Rosemary is played by Lead Tunstall. Archibald is a young, grumpy, well-paid businessman. His pride is shown in his stance and his voice. The suit he wears is a dark navy blue. The outfit is completed with a black tie. Archibald is played by Isaac Marley. Cindy is a fast-paced, busy workwoman who feels as if she is the only person holding the hotel together. She wears a short black dress covered by a work apron. Cindy is played by Laura Grunner. Anne is a young model-like woman. Anne is overly friendly, but also heavily narcoleptic. This causes her to fall asleep randomly throughout the play. Her outfit of blouse, jeans, and high heels is all black. When she first appears, she is wearing a grey fur coat. This is removed in later scenes. Anne is played by Izana van der Velen. Albert is an elderly, confused man. His flat cap and blazer show the exact picture one would expect of a British farmer. This is contrasted by his oversized slippers. His posture is hunched to show his age and frailty. Albert is played by Oliver Williamson. The second play is Painting Lessons. Painting Lessons shows a conversation between two artists in an art studio. Painting Lessons was written by Rufus Dean and directed by Rufus Dean and Lucy Peck. The entire play takes place within the art studio. In the center of the stage is a table with two chairs facing each other on either side. On the table sits a bottle of white wine and two glasses. Set to the right side is an easel facing backwards. On it sits a canvas that we never see the front of. The easel contains painting supplies of various type and color. The younger artist is energetic, with long brunette wavy hair that reaches to her waist. She wears a black basic top with black trousers. A patterned shirt tied over her torso finishes the outfit. The younger artist is played by Lucy Patterson. The older artist is considerably wary, and this is shown in her movements. She wears an unironed shirt, ripped blue jeans, and well-worn sports shoes. The older artist is played by Elle Hoffman. The third play is The Invisible Girl. The Invisible Girl is a story about the hard home life of Victoria and her elder sister Elizabeth. The Invisible Girl was written by Gemma Larkin and was directed by Gemma Larkin and Izana van der Velden. The play switches between three main settings. The first is a bedroom, with a desk located to the left of the stage. Papers and stationery cover the desk, as Victoria works on an essay. A chair is placed behind this desk. Another chair is on the right of the stage, amid empty space. The second setting is a dining room. A dining table is center stage with chairs placed to the left, right, and behind it. Bowls, cutlery, and wine glasses are placed on the table by each chair. The second setting is a dining room. A dining table is center stage with chairs placed to the left, right, and behind it. Bowls, cutlery, and wine glasses are placed on the table by each chair. The final setting is a psychiatrist's office. The table is central and near the back of the stage. Two chairs are placed in the center of the stage, opposing each other. Victoria is a rebellious late teen with short brown hair. She is dressed casually, in black jeans and a basic grey top. Victoria is played by Carla Simon. Elizabeth is clearly more mature than her sister. She is slender and has long wavy hair down to her waist. She is also dressed in black jeans accompanied by a black top with white sleeves. Elizabeth is played by Lucy Patterson. The psychiatrist is a caring middle-aged man. He wears a white shirt, blue trousers, and a blue tie. The psychiatrist is played by Lewis Turner. Victoria and Elizabeth's mother is distant from her children, but hard-working. She wears a black button-down shirt with a long black skirt. The mother is played by Beth Brooks. Elizabeth and Victoria's stepmother, Mary, is a high-strung blonde woman in her mid-40s. She wears a mid-level blue dress. Mary is played by Laura Grunner. After The Invisible Girl, there will be a short 15-minute interval before we return for the second act. The second act begins with The Subjugated. The Subjugated is a play about Taylor, a member of a subjugated group that is oppressed by the ruling class. The Subjugated is written and directed by Samantha Browd and Adam Griffiths. The Subjugated uses 3 main sets. The first is a split stage. On the left is Taylor watching a politician called Parker on TV. On the right is a desk with 2 chairs on opposing sides to represent a police reception. The second set is a hideout for the subjugated class. There are a few chairs in the bunker, with pillows and blankets scattered around the floor, showing it to be well lived in. The final set is an upper-class living room. An old round wooden coffee table sits in the middle of the room. Placed around it are 2 vintage patterned wooden chairs, with a weaved pattern taking up most of the back. Taylor is the strong-willed leader of the subjugated community. He stands strong, always prepared to defend himself, his face covered by his red hoodie. His black trainers and tracksuit bottoms are well worn in. Taylor is played by Pezan Mo. Parker is an experienced politician. His matte black jacket shows his high class. The outfit is completed with grey trousers, a brown leather belt, and an expensive brown shoes. Parker is played by Angus Meldrum. Morgan is another member of the subjugated uprising. Morgan's hair is shoulder length and a light pink. She wears a black top and grey tracksuit bottoms. Over the top, she wears a black zip-up hoodie. Morgan is played by Anastasia Claridge. Charlie is also a member of the subjugated uprising and is dressed the same as Morgan. He is slightly taller than Morgan and has short curly hair that joins to the stubble of his beard. Charlie is played by Victor Reynolds. Drew is the eldest member of the uprising. His movements are slow and well thought out. He too wears black trousers and a black top. The outfit is finished with a black jumper over his top. Drew is played by Isaac Marley. Andy is a political advisor to Parker. She wears a pink top with houndstooth print trousers and black-heeled boots. Andy is played by Sarah Powell. Alex, Parker's son, has clearly been trained in politics from a young age. He wears a dark blue suit, a light blue shirt, and a red tie. Alex is played by Lee Tunstall. The police receptionist is a professional-looking workwoman. She wears a smart black blazer and trousers, a black top, and ballet shoes. The receptionist is played by Magda Boyron. The police officer is dressed in a modern police outfit, complete with a gun and a bulletproof vest. The police officer is also played by Victor Reynolds. The 5th play is Friends After All. Friends After All is set at the funeral of Veronica Lythe. It is written by William Blanchard and is directed by William Blanchard and Beth Brooks. A coffin sits on the floor in the center of the stage. The coffin is brown and adorned with silver handles. In front of the stage sit 2 small trees with spherical tops. These are in small metal pots. As well as this, we see the bare side of a road used as a setting of flashbacks throughout the play. During the show, the sound effect of a car crashing is often used. Walter is the middle-aged widower of Veronica. He is dressed in a full black tie suit, accompanied by a black waistcoat. His grief is shown in his unruly beard and outgrown hair. Walter is played by Victor Reynolds. Veronica is a brunette woman in her early 30s. Her short hair outlines her face. She wears a full black jumpsuit. Veronica is played by Carla Simon. Gary is also in his early 30s. During the funeral, his worried face and haunted eyes show the guilt he feels towards Veronica. He also wears a black suit and tie. Gary is played by Angus Meldrum. Carl is the alpha male of the group, and this is shown in his actions. Carl is around the same age as Veronica. He is dressed the least formally of all at the funeral, with a white shirt, black tie, and black jeans. Carl is played by Pezan Mo. Annie is the strong female of the crowd, and it shows in her stature. Being the same age as Carl and Gary, but clearly the superior of the group. She wears a sleeveless black dress, topped with a black veil that covers her head and runs down her shoulders. Annie is played by Beth Brooks. Following Friends After All, there will be a short 3-minute dance performance from the Dance Society. We apologise that this will have a small break in the audio description since it is a guest performance. Following dance will be our final play, The Nativity Goes Wrong. The Nativity Goes Wrong is a play about a school production of the Nativity that is ruined by many mishaps. The Nativity Goes Wrong was written by Caitlin Richardson and was directed by Mark Reynolds and Lucy Patterson. The only set used is a few chairs, brought on and off stage by cast members. Some important props used throughout the play include a brown wooden broom, a star which is clearly attached to a long wooden pole, and a small wooden crate that is open-topped with long rectangular holes around the sides. During the show, several sound effects are used. The teacher is a middle-aged man who is clearly overworked. He wears a white shirt, a bland cardigan, and dark trousers with black shoes. Later on, as the innkeepers, the teacher wears several hats. The teacher is played by James Hocking. The narrator is a young, bored schoolgirl. She wears a classical schoolgirl's outfit, including her hair in pigtails. The narrator is played by Anastasia Claridge. Mary is an eager young girl. She wears a long white top and a long dark blue skirt. Mary is played by Gemma Larkin. Joseph is a young boy who doesn't show much emotion, clearly focusing on remembering lines instead. He wears a long brown tunic over a school uniform. Joseph is played by Lewis Turner. The angel is played by the same child as the donkey and the sheep. She wears a good amount of each of these costumes, regardless of who she is meant to be at that time. The angel is played by Azana van der Velden. Wise Man 1 is played by an older-looking schoolboy. He drapes himself with a huge, oversized tabard. Wise Man 1 is played by Victor Reynolds. Wise Man 2 and 3 are both played by the same student. She is also wearing a large tabard. When reading the lines of Wise Man 3, she adds a crown to the outfit, which clearly changes nothing. Wise Man 2 and 3 are played by Magda Boyron. The shepherd is played by a young schoolgirl. She wears a brown tabard tied around her waist with a leather belt. The shepherd is played by Laura Grunner. After The Nativity Goes Wrong, the performance will close to an end with a final speech by the host. Thank you for listening to this audio introduction.